Good morning, everybody. All right, pretty good, pretty good. Thanks for being here on a beautiful day in the city of Louisville. We have an exciting announcement today about the work going on here at the Trager Institute, some grants that are going to help that work continue and further that work. To tell you more, I'd like to introduce our interim president, Dr. Lori Stewart Gonzalez.
It's great to have a fantastic announcement on a very rainy day, so we're glad everyone's here. Thanks for joining us today. We're really fortunate at U of L to be the home of many wonderful centers and institutes and programs, but our U of L Trager Institute and its associated Republic Bank Optimal Aging Clinic, those are our jewels. The Trager Institute and the Republic Bank Foundation Optimal Aging Clinic looks for strategies and initiatives to allow for healthy and graceful aging. They work to ensure that everyone lives their best lives as we age. It's a mission that we share with our city, and shortly we'll hear from our mayor, Greg Fischer, on how U of L and Louisville are fulfilling that mission. Mayor Fischer, thank you for being here today. We also have some other folks that we want to acknowledge. I want to take a moment and offer my own thank you to both the Trager Family Foundation and the Republic Bank Foundation and Steve Trager's leadership in establishing this wonderful institute and clinic. We have with us today members of the Trager family, Emily and Kevin, daughter and son. Yes, I said that right. Emily and Kevin, thank you to you and your family's foundation for your support. It's changing lives every day in a very important way. We also have Andrew Trager-Cussman, Chief Strategy Officer of Republic Bank, with us today. And please join me in expressing our gratitude to his family and the foundation and the company's support. We're really proud of this partnership around health and aging. We have some really exciting news to announce today, so let's get on with the program. I'm thrilled to announce that the Trager Institute has been awarded 3 grants totaling $4.5 million. That's amazing. I want to offer sincere congratulations to the Trager Institute Director, Anna Fall, and we wish her well. We also want to thank her faculty and staff on this totally remarkable accomplishment. Joe D'Ambrosio will discuss the grants later in more detail so you can hear what they're all about. But in a nutshell, they're going to allow the Trager Institute to expand its existing COVID-19 action network in Kentucky and North Carolina nursing homes. It will expand critical behavioral health workforce in rural and vulnerable and medically underserved areas across 3 regions in Kentucky for individuals affected by trauma across their lifespan. And it will strengthen the behavioral health workforce through an apprenticeship career pathway for high school graduates and older adults. Those of you who are aware of anything in healthcare know that behavioral health is a critical need for our state and nation, and frankly for our students at the university. The need for these programs is great, and this impact will be most needed. So just some information. Between 2015 and 2050, the proportion of the world's population over 60 will nearly double from 12 to 22%. Already, the number of people aged 60 and older outnumbers children younger than 5. And people are living longer, and virtually every country in the world is seeing increases in both the number and percentages of citizens over 60. It's why the work of this institute is so critical and so important. And it's why our city leaders have created a strategy around lifelong wellness and aging care. This is an area where Louisville already has momentum, a strong potential for job growth. It's where our research tells us we can be the best in the world. U of L, through the Trager Institute, is so honored to be part of this overall strategy, and that's why we're pleased to have our next speaker with us. Will you please help me welcome Mayor Greg Fischer.
Thank you, Madam President. It's great to be here with everybody today on this exciting news. And today, I think it's just another example of what a great asset the University of Louisville is to not just our city, but all of Kentucky, and I think the nation as well. So It's also a great example of how important philanthropy is. When the Trager Institute was founded here with the Trager family and Republic Bank, that you hope things like this come down the road. You don't really know if they will or not, but you have to set foundations in place through institutes like this that then attract national funding to help further this work. So thank you to the philanthropic nature of this place and the Trager family and Republic Bank for the good work that's led to this, and of course all the amazing folks at UofL that have made this happen as well. From the beginning of my administration, health and aging innovation have been a big focus of ours. I'm a business guy that just happens to be mayor, and to have a good business or a good college, you have to have a value proposition that says something that's unique about you that you can't find anywhere else. And in our city, wellness, aging innovation is that area. We're really blessed here to have all types of folks, professionals and organizations that are best in the world at what they do in this place. And partners like UofL really help keep this going. Today is another important page in the chapter of our city's progress and growth in this area, and these grants support and build upon and burnish our national prominence as America's health innovation and aging capital. This obviously is a rapidly growing field because of the demographics that President Gonzalez talked about. So you can't sit still. I mean, you have to be making advances every week, every month that are nationally prominent and get that recognition. If you want to be the best in the world, that's what you got to do. And that's why announcements like today are so important. Obviously, there's the other benefit that we're going to get better and we're going to age well as a result of this. To give you some kind of size or estimate of the size of this industry in our community, we have more than 31,000 people employed in this sector, and nearly a dozen companies are headquartered here, ranging from Humana, Eurofins, Signature Healthcare, Atria Senior Living, Trilogy Health Services, Brightspring, the New Scion Health. It just goes on and on. And of course, UofL, with its Research One doctoral mission, is central to the innovation that's taking place here in our city in an industry that's going through rapid change. And so here they are when it comes to aging, and of course aging well too. Unfortunately, that is one thing we all have in common. We are aging. And as President Gonzalez's figures show, if we're not in that growing and aging population yet, we soon will be, or we certainly know people that are. And somebody once said, it's not how old you are, it's how you are old. We learned this over here with a fantastic example of how we can, I guess I'm meaning this in a really nice way, by the way, but you started it earlier. She said this has been fantastic for her as she moved to our city 3 years ago from Ohio. So we appreciate that. So if we can make things better for each of us as we age in our vulnerable populations, not here just in the city, but in the rural areas as well, which is one of the cool things about the grant here today. That's naturally what we should be doing. And I'm particularly grateful also for how these grants will address how we handle health throughout people's lives through the mental and physical health aspects of who we are as human beings. Because the mental health aspect, while we're making progress here in our society, it's not always been front and center, and people can sometimes put it in the background. So mental health is finally receiving some long overdue attention, and the expansion of a behavioral health workforce is really critical for our city and our region. I can tell you it is at the root of a lot of the challenges that we have as a city. When you take a look at poverty, crime, trauma-informed care, you pull all this together, we just don't have enough resources to help people navigate through these difficult parts of their life. So it's an outstanding aspect of this grant. So now as we look at where we're at with COVID-19, the dastardly virus, I call it, hopefully we're transitioning from pandemic to endemic, and these grants should really rank amongst the most important areas of applying what we know about this time and about health and safety with COVID to those who are amongst our most vulnerable population. So the timing is great. It's not a coincidence. It's when good philanthropy and a good plan come together around nationally relevant issues for good research to take place. So I want to thank all the folks here at the Trager Institute for the wonderful work that they've done and for the wonderful work that they will do. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mayor Fischer. Now to tell us a little bit more about the grants and the work that they will fund, I'd like to introduce Joe D'Ambrosio, the Director of Behavioral Health here at the Trager Institute. Joe?
Thank you all. On behalf of our Executive Director, Anna Fall, who could not be here today, and our Executive Leadership Team, Christian Furman, our Medical Director, Dr. Pam Yankee Love, our Director of Research, and Barbara Gordon, our Director of Community Engagement, we'd like to once again welcome you to the Trager Institute. Since we've been established as an institute at the University of Louisville, we've been able to assemble a really fantastic team of faculty and staff who have established us as a transformative organization organizing the way we provide health care to older adults and also younger adults. We are grateful for the potential the Trager family and the Republic Bank Foundation saw in us that helped us renovate this building into a beautiful state-of-the-art facility that supports a whole health approach to health care. Today, we're excited to announce that we've received 3 grants totaling more than $4.5 million from the Health Resources and Services Administration, commonly known as HRSA. These grants will help increase and train our shrinking healthcare workforce with a specific focus on supporting behavioral health. One of the strategic goals at Trager is to create a sustainable pipeline for our local healthcare companies and national healthcare companies and community organizations to secure well-trained healthcare workers. Our workforce development programs utilize our Flourish Care whole health care model that integrates all of the social determinants of health, and it has been proven through rigorous research to improve the lives of our patients. These grants will allow us to continue our work by preparing a diverse workforce, improving workforce distribution, and integrating behavioral health care delivery into primary care, which is very much needed. 2 of the grants form part of HRSA's Behavioral Health Workforce Education Training Program. We were able to secure funding to support both professional and paraprofessional training programs in behavioral health. The support from HRSA will allow us to develop and expand the behavioral health workforce by integrating interns from social work, nursing, counseling psychology, community health, and peer support workers into primary care to provide much-needed behavioral health services to our community. Specifically, we will be able to provide living stipends to all of our learners for 1-year internship or apprenticeship in a variety of primary care clinics across our Commonwealth. Over 4 years, a total of almost $2.2 million is going directly to stipends to support the 164 learners across these professions. In addition, we will provide a career path for our paraprofessional learners that can eventually lead them into a healthcare and behavioral healthcare fields. We will provide opportunities for these learners to serve individuals who experience trauma and behavioral health challenges in 3 high-demand regions of Kentucky, namely Jefferson County and the surrounding 6 counties with a high rural population, 3 rural counties in south-central Kentucky, and 7 rural counties in southeastern Appalachian Kentucky. In addition to the 2 behavioral health grants, we received a HRSA Geriatric Workforce Enhancement Program grant that will allow us to support nursing homes in both Kentucky and North Carolina to provide quality care during a time when nursing homes were particularly hit hard as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Specifically, the focus will be to train administrators, nursing staff, and frontline workers on how to support the nursing home workforce in dealing with traumatic after effects of a pandemic. In addition, the staff will be trained on how to support nursing home residents struggling with post-traumatic stress, depression, and social isolation. We intend to develop a national curriculum for nursing homes that can be used during and after pandemics to prevent the catastrophic loss that we all witnessed from this COVID-19 pandemic. We're extremely proud of our team at the Trager Institute for all their hard work to secure these grants, which is a difficult process in itself. And we are also happy that we're able to strengthen our healthcare workforce. It is gratifying to know that the work we do at Trager Institute has real-life benefits to those that serve our community. We truly believe that the work that we do is important and will greatly improve the care of our communities here locally and also across our state. Thank you for being here with us today and sharing these great achievements. I've been asked to remind you that when you leave, there's refreshments outside, but before that, I would like to introduce two of our recipients of our Flourish Care model, our patient and our daughter, Mickey Kling and Pam Leverett. I'd like you to come up, please.
We're going
Oh, you
to
want to
stay
stay
right
there?
here.
Okay,
Yep,
good. All right,
that's
great.
okay. We're
Good.
comfy.
All right, great.
Okay, it's good. All right. Hi, my name is Pam Leverett, and I've lived in Kentucky for 20 years. And this is my mother, Mickey.
Hello, everybody.
And this is kind of just a different thing for us, but my mother moved here. It was evident 3 years ago that my mom needed to have support, more support. My brother is in a different state. My sister was unable and to care for mom. So we decided we are going to build an apartment and bring mom here. And so there was this whole transition of deciding first to make a change and then selling the house. You know, these things that are really hard at times to come to terms with. Mom's had multiple back surgeries and at Cleveland Clinic, and so when we would travel up there, we definitely needed to have support down here. We've been through, at the first couple of years, it was going from one doctor to the next. That was hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, traveling all over.
Traveling all over and finding different doctors, but they were all scattered all over the place. I'm a very preventative thinker when it comes to medicine or care or whatever, like let's find the root of the problem. And a lot of times the emotional distress, you know, we all come with baggage. There's things that we all have to work through and kind of grieve. So over the time, Mom has, you've mentioned, they're grieving of...
Well, it was very hard because, I mean, I had a home that I built, and I took care of myself. I drove. My best friends were up there, and 4 years ago, someone hit me in the rear end of my car and started all this trouble on my back, and I had to change everything and give up everything and start a new life. And it's been very, very hard.
But being
here, and Dina is here. I don't know her last name. I just call her Dina, my
counselor. She's right here.
Okay, there you are. She has helped me so much, opened my eyes to some things and try to learn to live, you know, with what's going on right now. I can't walk very well.
Not yet. That's our motto. Not yet.
And I do want to do that, and she's helping me deal with that. And the fact that everything is right here. We don't have to go there or over there or to another doctor, get another opinion. Everybody's right here, and I'm so happy because I have my primary care here. I have my therapist here. I got acupuncture here, mm-hmm. and I got a dietitian here. Mm-hmm. So anything I need is right here, and it's so convenient. And to know that they really care, because I've been to some doctors that just push pills, and they're trying to help me in different ways here, and I think it's wonderful.
Our family changed, the dynamic changed quickly. My husband retired. We were supposed to be in Asheville, North Carolina or someplace else. So I have my own counselor separate, not here, but what I want is, and she has her counselor, and we get to heal differently or cope differently. The caregiver support group, I have to tell you how I found this is amazing. Andrea Helton is the acupuncture here with her husband. I'm not sure if she's here today, but I got a message from somebody that said, you need to try this acupuncture. She saved my life. So I went onto her site. It was an out-of-pocket expense, didn't fit into Mom's budget. But there was this little emblem on her website down here. So good. She was so good to add this emblem of Traeger. It actually said UofL. I clicked on it, and there, this whole site of the Traeger Institute was there. And I just started investigating. And the biggest thing for me was this Caregiver Support Group 101. I was like, yes, finally. I had been searching for support for myself, because if I can't get support for myself and my family suffers. So our family unit became 5. Mom has an apartment in our basement. It's not the basement, it's her apartment. And she has a walkout, and we made sure that we made it ADA approved and all these things. And, we argue at times, and it's hard. It's hard.
Oh, and another thing is, since we do argue, and we're so much alike, that right here at Traeger, Dina is finding a family therapist for us, so we can deal with that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be here too.
We gotta unpack a lot of stuff, but 3 years, it's not gonna take. It's gonna take a little bit longer. But I'm so proud of my mom, and I won't say driving Miss Daisy, but driving Miss Mickey, and everyone knows her as Grandma Mickey. And we're getting through it, and we're very, very. I'm just hearing what's happening. It's like a diamond in a rough, and I'm shouting it from the rooftops, and I'm going to tell you here, the doctors, the other offices do not know about it yet. So keep spreading the word, and we'll keep talking. And because that little emblem on somebody's site could make the difference in everybody's life, and it's making a difference in our life for sure. And I'm excited to see what's coming, and I love having her here. And we've been away, separated for 20 years, living in different cities, and now my children, our children, 22 and 16, get to go down and watch TV, and my husband watches John Wayne movies with her, so it's a blessing. So
John Wayne.
Yeah. So I guess we just are grateful to be here, and thank you for having us, and to be the face of Traeger, the recipients of the Traeger Institute here. It's Optimal Aging, which is a fabulous name. I love it, and the Flourish program. And so I'm excited to see what will come. We're talking about drumming classes and art therapy. Somebody mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
She's an artist. She was an artist back in the day, and she still is, makes jewelry and all kinds of things. So we're ready to get moving on that, right?
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah. Thank you.
My first thing is I still have my driver's license. Maybe I can get this foot to work.
But not yet, right? We're working there.
We're working on it.
Not yet is our motto, yeah. Okay. All right. Is that good? Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for being here today and sharing your story with us. That concludes our program. Unless there's any questions from the media, we can take some from the podium. If not, have a great day and try to stay dry.